Hi there guys, it's Joel here from Aussie Chart Trends. Today's market update is for Thursday the 1st of November 2012. Today we're going to take a quick look at the Smp500 and then we're going to take a look at the asx200. Before we do that guys, just like always, I have to remind you that aussiecharttrends.com.au and this video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in this video is intended to be used as any form of investment advice. I'm not a licensed professional. You need to make your own decisions regarding your investments. I'm just here to help anyone searching for a practical direction in today's markets. So firstly, let's just take a look at the Smp500 here guys. We have broken down from this triple top formation, and for 5 trading days now the Smp500 has just been going sideways. Now what we do know is that this triple top formation has a target of 1382 by measuring the depth of this pattern. The first reactive move down, and then when we add that on to the breakout, that measurement hits around the 1382 area. Now the other thing that we do know is that we have a support area here and another rising area of support here that the Smp500 needs to get through in order to meet its minimum expected target. That support level comes in around 1405, 1407 area, and then we have our overhead resistance areas around the 14010, and then another area of resistance around 1425 area, and we also have this descending level of resistance also. So there is a lot of overhead resistance for the Smp500, and we are expecting that this market will eventually break down and meet that target. Now we also know that the second equation, that we may be looking at a large head and shoulders topping formation. As discussed previously, we would have a left shoulder over here, a head with a bounce here, a nice move maybe up to one of these areas of our resistance lines to meet the symmetry of the left shoulder, and then a move down to break these support areas would signal a larger head and shoulders topping formation. So there is that on the cards also. But even if we do break these areas of support and we do reach that 1382 level, well, my view is that we would eventually hit around the 1330 area anyway. If you'd like a more detailed explanation of what's going on here, just go back to the weekly review, and that explains a little bit more about the Smp500. Alright, let's take a look now at the asx200. Looking on the hourly chart here of the asx200, going back to around the 5th of October, we've been discussing now for some time this yellow neckline that I've got drawn on the chart. Now all week, this week, we've been coming down in this descending channel, and we got a break earlier this week, and the markets were able to break up and tag on this overhead resistance line that I mentioned last Monday. Now the market was able to get up and tag on this area, and then we've resisted off this area fairly strongly, and then in today's trade we broke our neckline. So what does this mean? Well, to my eye, this looks like a complex head and shoulders pattern. So we've got a left shoulder over here, a head, and a right shoulder. Now, how do we measure the depth of these patterns, and what can we expect from the asx200 if this is a clear break? Now, I would like to see a little bit more data on the chart and a nice back test on this area. So what we do is we measure the depth of this pattern and we add it on to wherever the market broke down today, and then you can see that the minimum expected target from this move is around the 4,370 area. Now as you can see, I've just extended the previous trend lines on the chart and just moved them out, and one of these trend lines meets exactly as a support level around that 4,370 level. So this may be a good clue as to what the Smp500 may do in tonight's trade. We may get a break of that 1405, 1407 area, and then the asx200 will also take place to the downside. So sometimes the markets will give each other a clue as to what's happening, but I think for now, today was a clear signal that the asx200 is in a corrective phase and that we should see a pullback in this market. So in tomorrow's trade, expect maybe another small rally with a back test, and if we don't get that, then expect that this market will just peter out down to the downside, and we should start breaking through our support levels and meet that 4,365 level, 4,370 level. Also, guys, feel free to pop past the website at aussie.charttrends.com.au, and there you can sign up to the newsletter. Just of late, I've got the PayPal button activated, and you can donate to the website if you wish. If you find these videos of benefit, that would be really great if I did get a donation. But overall, guys, thank you very much for your support, and I do appreciate the emails and continued support there. So I'll be back on Saturday for the weekly review. Thanks for watching.